नमस्कार ब्रेकिंग न्यूज को स्वागत करुच्ची मु विक्रम नागपुर जो भाव में आरएसएस समारोह आज जोग देइछंती पूर्वतन राष्ट्रपति प्रणब मुखर्जी तथा कांग्रेस रे अनेक दिन धरी कार्य करिथिबा कांग्रेस रे अनेक दिन धरी सक्रिय थिबा
मर्केंटाइल कंपनी ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी captured a large part of territory in eastern India and southern India. A size, big chunk of the West India, the British Emperor received as a gift, marriage gift, which was also annexed to the administration of East India Company. East India Company, for the facilitating of a centralized modern administrative structure, established the institution of the Governor General, located at Fort William in Calcutta in 1774, and two other governors, one at Madras and another at Bombay. However, after the First War of Independence in 1857, through a proclamation of the Queen, the administration of this vast land was transferred to the British sovereign, and an institution was created in the British cabinet system, which was known for the Secretary of States. However, a particular point is to be kept in mind. Throughout the period of 2,500 years of changing political fortunes and conquests, the 5,000-year-old civilizational continuity remained unbroken. In fact, each conqueror and each foreign element had been absorbed to form a new synthesis and unity. Poet Rabindranath Tagore very beautifully and magnificently described. I am quoting two lines and I am saying it in Bengali, and thereafter I will translate in English. Keho nahi jane, kar aovhane, koto manusher dhara, durbar srote, elo kotha hote, সমুদ্রে হলো হারা. No one knows at whose beckoning call how many streams of humanity came in indomitable waves from all over the world, over the millennia, and mingled like rivers into the vast ocean and created an individual soul that is called Bharat. Distinguished participants, the concept of modern Indian states were articulated by various scholars, philosophers, thinkers, and political leaders. From the platform of Indian National Congress, Sir Surendranath Banerjee, in his presidential address in 1895, and in his autobiography, which is known as A Nation in the Making, conceptualized the Indian nationalism. This nationalism comprised all Indians living in the British Indian provinces and 565 princely ruled states in India. When Bal Gangadhar Tilak, a great patriot, gave voice to the phrase coined by Barrister Joseph Baptista, Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. He referred to Swaraj for the people of whole India, encompassing various castes, creeds, religion spread across British India and princely states. This nation and nationalism was not bound by language, religion, or race. As Gandhiji explained, Indian nationalism was not exclusive, not aggressive, not destructive. It was this very nationalism that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru so vividly expressed in the discovery of India, and I quote, "I am convinced that nationalism can only come out of the ideological fusion of Hindu, Muslims, Sikhs, and other groups in India. That does not mean the extinction of any real cultural or of any group, but it does mean a common national outlook to which other matters are subordinated," unquote. In the process of our movement against the British rules, the various anti-colonial, anti-British, and mostly progressive movements across the length and breadth of the country were ultimately unified in a cohesive national struggle for freedom, keeping the feeling of patriotism above everything, individual, ideological, and political leanings. Ultimately, we won freedom in 1947. Thanks to Sardar Patel's untiring efforts, the princely states of India merged with the British Indian provinces, leading to the consolidation of India. The complete integration of provincial and princely states took place after the formation of states on the recommendation of the States Reorganization Commission in 1956. On 26 January 1950, the Constitution of India came into operation. In a remarkable display of idealism and courage, we, the people of India, gave to ourselves a sovereign democratic republic to secure for all its citizens justice, liberty, and equality. We undertook to promote among all citizens fraternity, the dignity of the individual, and the unity of the nation. These ideals became the lodestar of the modern Indian states. Democracy became our most precious guide towards peace and regeneration from the swamp of poverty which was created by 190 years colonial rule by Britain. For us, democracy is not a gift, but a sacred trust. The Indian Constitution, consisting of 395 articles and 12 schedules, is not an instrument for administration, a legal document, but a Magna Carta of socio-economic transformation of the country. It represents the hopes and aspirations of billions plus people in India. From our Constitution flows our nationalism. The construct of Indian nationalism is constitutional patriotism, which consists of an appreciation of our inherited and shared diversity, a readiness to enact one's citizenship at different levels. And
ଆପଣ ଦେଖୁଥିଲେ ନାଗପୁରରୁ ସିଧାସଳଖ ଚିତ୍ର ଆମେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖାଉଥିଲୁ ଦେଶର ପୂର୍ବତନ ରାଷ୍ଟ୍ରପତି ପ୍ରଣବ ମୁଖାର୍ଜୀ ଯେଭଳି ଭାବରେ ଆର୍ଏସ୍ଏସ୍ର ସମାରୋହରେ ଯୋଗ ଦେଇ ଦେଶ ବା ଜାତି ବିଷୟରେ ଯେଉଁ କଥା କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଏବଂ ଭାରତ ବିଷୟରେ ଭାରତର ଇତିହାସ ବିଷୟରେ ନିଜର ଅଭିଭାଷଣ ରଖୁଛନ୍ତି। ସମୟ ଶେଷ ହେଉଛି। ବ୍ରେକିଂ ନ୍ୟୁଜ୍କୁ ଏଇଠି ଶେଷ କରୁଛୁ। ନମସ୍କାର।